Okay, here we have another one of our plein air artists. And your name is?
Kirk Larsen.
Kirk Larsen, and don't tell me, I think you're from Hicksville, New York.
I am from Hicksville, New York.
That's a
noun, not an adjective.
That's a noun, not an adjective. Yes, I picked up on that when you introduced yourself earlier. That's very funny. All right, so explain, maybe you should take a second and explain what in the world is plein air painting.
Plein air is a French term, and it refers to painting outdoors in natural light, as opposed to studio or artificial light.
And how long have you been doing this type of painting?
I've always wanted to paint outdoors. I dabbled in it, but it wasn't until about maybe 10 years ago that I started to, in earnest, paint outdoors and accept the challenge of capturing a scene in a very short period of time so they get the whole feeling and emotion of that.
Okay, so, and when you say short period of time, we're talking how long? A couple hours?
Well, an artist can return to the same location at the same time of day in the hopes that the light will be the same.
Mm-hmm.
It has been my experience that that's extremely rare. So the time window is approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours before the light shifts so dramatically that, for instance, these trees I'm painting,
right,
in about another half an hour, the second one is going to be almost completely out of shadow.
Yes.
The shadows below will have migrated well down the path.
Interesting. So about an hour and a half to 2 hours, huh?
Our sketching, our eye, and our sensibilities of learning to work and really absorb the scene and to capture it. Like, I'd say right now, if you looked at this, you'd really have a hard time imagining this could be done in a half an hour.
Yes, you would.
What I've been doing is, as I work, I'm taking critical notes. For instance, this little figure over here happens to be the photographer that's shooting this video, or videographer.
I find that fascinating.
So they will not be there the whole time. So I've made notes, and that will change slightly. But everything else has been calculated into the mind of the artist. And we know what we need to put in which order in order to do the scene that we perceive.
It's fascinating. Well, listen, thanks for coming down to Atlanta. We're really glad to have you here, and we really appreciate everything you've done. You've been a great spokesperson for the medium and for this Invitational, and we really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. And I just want to remind everybody, come down and get your art on.
Get your art on. I love it. All right, we'll be seeing more, Kirk, over the next couple days.